Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to Mecha Gaikotsu versus the Backlog Overdrive, and today I'm going to be trying to get 2 of these boxes off the backlog, and these are things I've been meaning to build for quite some time. That is the Ultimate Gear Millennium puzzle, of course this is by Bandai, and the Ultimate Gear Gold Sarcophagus for, well, storing the parts in. As usual, if you do want anything you see in this video right here, Hobbylink Japan, that's where I got mine. You can get yours, and link is in the description. Here we go. So first off, you might be wondering what exactly this is. This is the most challenging 3D puzzle of the Millennium, apparently. So this is a plastic model kit. It builds up like anything we always see on here, gunpla, etc. But there is no instructions apparently for putting it together in the end. So it is a model kit and it is a puzzle at the same time. So this should be pretty interesting. Inside of the box, what we've got is a whole bunch of runners. If you hate injection gold plastic, well, maybe this won't be for you, but so far, looking pretty good. Let's get these out. So we've got an ad in here for the gold sarcophagus. We'll take a look at that in a minute. And here is the instructions for the Millennium puzzle. So the runners there, how to put it together there, the various parts that you actually get in the end, that's 1 through 33, and it tells you how to put the little individual elements together, but not how to complete the puzzle. Fun! So there's a quick look at what one of the runners looks like, and these are all fairly large parts, so it should be simple enough to put together. Regular old gunpla style or plastic model style attachment points on there, and might as well get these snipped out and put together. So if you've ever wanted to know how I snip out my kits for videos or just, well, most of the time, I use a pair of god hands. I use the red one right here, which is the PN120. I use that to take them off the runners. That isn't necessarily what this is for, by the way. I just find it puts less stress on the individual parts while chopping them out. And then I use this one right here, which is the God Hand SPN120, and I use that then for the cleanup part. So just taking a look at the instructions right here, it seems like this is laid out on the runners really well. For example, part 1 is made out of runner A, parts 1, 2, and 3. That's simple. So just snippy, 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 snip. Wait, one more snip to go. And there you go. Peace off. Then just grabbing the SPN 125 and just clean. Then the parts just assemble as simply as that. And that. And there you have it. Piece the first. So anyway, there is all of the parts. So before attempting to put this together, we might as well get this right here built, because this is for actually containing the unbuilt parts, like that, which you're seeing right there. So yeah, this right here, gold sarcophagus, there is the parts that come inside of the box. And I guess it's a box. What else can be said? Open it up, and we've got runners, runners, runners. That's a nice runner. And guess what? Another runner and another runner. And the instructions look incredibly simple. Let's get her built. All right, so let's get snipping. I don't think I need to do this in any particular order. These, by the way, are some big gates. So you might want to get yourself a rough and tough nipper. And I recommend this one right here. This is the God Hand PN125. I like this compared to other nippers on the market because it's got an actual pointy tip, so you can get into those hard to reach places. It's also nice and strong, so you can just cut your way through all of those absolutely giant gates. Man, these gates are taking off like tiny rockets. I mean, that one wasn't so bad. How about this one? Yep, that one's gone. That one's gone. You might want to file those off. So there we go, we've got it all cut out, and that is a lot of injection gold, plastic, massive plates of it. Look at those folds. Well, that actually doesn't look that bad, to be honest. On a big piece like this, oh, it's kind of gold looking. Anyway, first off, we need to get the walls put together. There's this side. Then this side, we've got too long, too short. They're exactly identical. They're on the exact same runners. There we go, one side. Here we go with this one right here. Yes. Nice clicking big pieces. That's the second big side. On to the third big side. Get that in there. This looks like it's going to give a nice click. Let's have a listen. That's actually a bit more explosive than I expected it to be. Anyway, next part. There we go. Very nice. This is a nice box. Man, you don't even need to even have the Millennium puzzle for this. This would just be a pretty cool storage box. Okay, this must be the base right here. Here is the lid. Actually, give this a spray. Prime this and then give it a spray with your favorite metallic gold paint. And this thing will look absolutely outstanding. Looks fine like this. But with a nice spray, might do that in future. Okay, these pieces attached together. Oh, failures! One like so. Assembly is pretty simple. Kind of feels like I need another pair of arms. That would be handy, but hey, that'd be always handy anyway. This thing then attaches into the base. This is a pretty sizable box. Okay, oh, yep. Now I've got these little segments right here. Smooth, very, very smooth. And we just use this to reinforce the edges of our sarcophagus. There we go. There we go. And that is nice. That's a sizable box. I'll grab a couple of Gundam kits for the size comparison. So you're not going to fit a master grade in here unless you maybe kind of contort them up a little bit. Yeah, might be, you know, like a Japanese bathtub for your Gundam when he needs a wash. Mine does, that's for sure. This guy's dusty. However, your high grade, oh, like a glove. Might need to have yourself a bit of a Tutankhamun custom in there. Anyway, on with that lid. The lid kind of just holds on there just about, and that is what it looks like. It will just fall off, but that's a pretty rad box, I gotta say. Now let's get it filled. All right, so all these pieces in that box, can they fit? Dumping them on in. Dumping them on in. You could use this for anything that you wanted. If you want to just store your knobs, maybe your nippers and file, maybe dear old granny's ashes, maybe not the last one, but yeah. You don't have to have the Millennium puzzle, but if you do, it will fit so perfectly. I didn't even try to organize those. That is a solid, nice box. So yeah, I guess that's enough gushing about the box and the pieces. This is so far so good. Now it's time to actually get into the actual puzzle itself. How difficult is it? How easy is it? Let's find out with the help. Good old-fashioned phone timer. Here we go. It took me an hour and 26 minutes. But anyway, there we are, done, eh? Pinky ring, worthy of the king of games. So anyway, when it comes to the actual putting together of this puzzle, this is quite complex. There's a lot more going on here that I actually thought would happen. I thought it would be a puzzle, like a 3D puzzle, but I didn't actually expect that there would be like sliding mechanisms and twisting mechanisms in the actual build of this. So basically, you'd put a whole lot together, start figuring out how it goes, and then before you know it, there's a part that should have been a little bit deeper inside of the initial building that you actually have to strip it all down and put that part in and put it back together again. It is quite complex, not overly complex, but it does take a lot of thinking. By the end, I actually got to a part that had me completely and utterly confused. And the reason was, it's the only twisting part in the whole thing. A part goes in sideways, then you twist it into position. Otherwise, I was trying to, well, build it in from one direction, build it in from the other. There's some parts, especially around the top and the bottom and the Eye of Horus or Ra or whatever that is on the front. Millennium puzzle eye thingamajig. You can use those as kind of like landmarks to make your way around it, but when you get to the core in the middle of this, it is quite tough. Towards the end, I ended up with this one little piece that I just could not find where it goes. It wouldn't hold together without it, and it's the only piece that isn't really an external piece. So it does mean you have to kind of just figure out where it goes, and that's also a sliding locking mechanism. Once you get it in, the last few parts just fit together like absolute butter, and the last locking mechanism is really impressive. It's the large triangular section on the side. It pushes in and locks everything in, then you pop the eye right on the front, and there you are, ready to become the king of games. I have to say, I am absolutely impressed by this. I've left it in my backlog for so long, but if you can actually find yourself one, if you love Yu-Gi-Oh!, if you love 3D puzzles, I highly recommend it. Anyways, as always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to come back for more Plamo reviews, and I'll see you next time. As always, this video and every video would not be possible without each and every one of you guys who watches my videos. And special thanks to those of you who are supporting me over on Patreon and on the channel members, including Caleb Engelhart, Global Frequency Studios, Go Little Rockstar, Gunpla UK Limited, Joe, Kill Me Inc., Lauren Seahack, RG59061, and Van Fawn.